Welcome back to Freedom to Nourish, where we challenge diet culture, redefine wellness, and work toward making peace with food and with ourselves. Today's episode is something I've been holding close to my heart for a while: the importance of moving away from focusing on physical appearance, both ours and others. We live in a culture that is obsessed with how we look. Compliments for weight loss are handed out like candy. Social media filters erase our pores, our wrinkles, and aging is treated like a disease. And bodies, especially women's bodies, are constantly under surveillance. And I just want to say enough of this because you are so much more than a body, so much more than your weight, your waistline, your wrinkles, or your workout routine. Your worth is not in how you look. It never was. Diet culture and toxic wellness trends can make you feel like you're at war with your own body, constantly doubting yourself and chasing impossible standards. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm Kathy Salata, a recovered anorexia survivor and educator, and this is Freedom to Nourish. Each week, we'll have real conversations, share stories, and give you tools to finally make peace with food and respect your body. No more food rules, no more body shame, just the freedom to be yourself again. So let's start here. What happens when we make physical appearance our sole identity, the focus of our conversations, our compliments, and again, our identity? When we compliment someone solely on their weight loss or their appearance, we might mean well, we might have those good intentions, but what are we really doing? We're reinforcing a message that their value is in their body. Even worse, we have no idea what is behind the weight loss. It could be an eating disorder, depression, grief, illness, a loss of appetite from chemotherapy, and suddenly we're praising their suffering. Let that sink in. When I first started my eating disorder, I began to overexercise. And I once had someone compliment me when I was in the absolute depths of my eating disorder. I was dangerously underweight, malnourished, and emotionally exhausted. But I was getting compliments like, "You look amazing. You have such willpower. You have such discipline." I'll tell you, I didn't feel amazing. I felt like I was disappearing, and I was disappearing. These comments made me feel like I was only valued for my appearance, for my discipline. They literally fed the disorder when I wasn't feeling myself. And those comments kept me trapped. We need to ask ourselves, are we feeding someone's pain when we compliment their body? Now, let's talk a little bit about transformations, the before and the after picture. They're rampant on social media, and this world loves a transformation story, doesn't it? The before and after photo, the makeup, the glow up. But the truth is, you are not a project. You are not a before waiting to become an after. And by the way, those afters are often photoshopped, filtered, and staged. They're not real. We're living in an era where even our natural skin texture, body shape, or signs of aging are erased with a swipe of a finger or a face tuning app. The message is your real self isn't good enough. But it is. It always was. Now, I'm getting a little bit older now, so let's talk about aging. Somehow, in a culture that should respect wisdom, life experience, and personal growth, we've been taught that getting older is shameful. Wrinkles, hide them. Gray hair, cover it. Sagging skin, fix it. But aging means we're alive. It means we've lived, we've loved, we've grown. I want to live in a world where laugh lines are honored, not erased, where we say, "Look at what I've survived," not "look at how well I hide it." You do not owe the world a younger version of yourself. So, what can we stay instead? If we stop focusing on looks, what do we focus on? Let me offer you some alternatives that I find quite helpful. Instead of saying, "You look so skinny," try, "Gosh, you seem really energized today. You've lost weight." Try, "It's so great to see you smile." We can say, "I love your laugh. You make people feel welcome. I admire your strength. Your joy is contagious. I'm proud of how you've grown." Because truly, these are the things that matter, the things that last, that make us feel seen, not scanned. So if you're in recovery or trying to redefine your relationship with your body, one of the most healing things you can do is shift your internal dialogue. When we walk past a mirror, instead of saying, "Ugh," try saying, "What is my body allowing me to do today?" Instead of focusing on your thighs, focus on your courage. Instead of worrying about wrinkles, focus on your compassion. And know this, you don't have to love your body to respect it. Body neutrality, honoring what your body does instead of what it looks like, is a powerful place to start. So, as we close today, I want you to just remember you are more than just a body. You are a friend, a listener, a teacher, a healer, a survivor, a creative force, a source of joy. And you deserve to live a life where your worth is not weighed, measured, filtered, or judged. So let's stop commenting on bodies. Let's start connecting through kindness, curiosity, and presence. Let's define what beauty means and realize it has nothing to do with size, shape, symmetry. So I thank you for being here with me today on Freedom to Nourish. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to be reminded that they are enough just as they are. Until next time, please remember you were never meant to shrink to be seen. You were meant to take up space and shine. Stay well, stay curious, and stay kind to yourself.
If you're ready to step into a kinder, fuller life, subscribe now and join me each week for Freedom to Nourish. Because your body deserves respect, your story deserves to be heard, and you deserve to live fully right now.